Y'all, I am disgusted about what I just learned about today. Something good happened in all of this. The rightful people got what they deserved and were arrested. I'm talking about Miss Ruby Frank of the 8 Passengers YouTube channel. This woman has boiled my blood for a very long time, even though I've really never made a specific video about her. It's just, ooh. Miss Ruby Frank finally got what she deserved and was arrested. And when I tell you the details behind her arrest, and I will explain everything about who she is as well, y'all are gonna be just as mad and disgusted as I am. 'Cause what the fuck? Grab your snacks, grab your drinks, and just roll the fucking intro. Welcome back. Now, who is Ruby Frank? This is Ruby Frank. Ruby Frank is best known from the YouTube channel formerly known as 8 Passengers. It was a family channel that she and her husband Kevin were a part of for a very long time. And there was some very questionable things. Ruby Frank is probably best known for such stunts in her videos, such as withholding her child from having food at school because the teacher called about the child being hungry who is in kindergarten, and then said that said 6-year-old was responsible for making her own lunch, and if she didn't, well, that was a lesson. Or she's also known for such bangers as making her kid go 6 months without a freaking bed because he pulled a prank on his brother.
My bedroom was taken away for 7 months and then you give it back like a couple weeks ago.
I don't think our viewers know that.
You've been sleeping on a beanbag.
I've been sleeping on a beanbag since October. And they gave my room back like 2 weeks ago. Oh, I'll give you the reason why I lost my bedroom. I think so. I think this is the reason. At least this is the reason that's been in my head. It's pretty funny, but now that I look back, I mean, it's pretty depressing.
No, we never told our viewers.
That I woke Russell up at 2 in the morning and told him that we're going to Disneyland and he has to pack. And he got up and made his bed all neatly and then packed all his clothes in a suitcase. And then he walked out the door and I'm like, Russell, and he's like, what? And he's all happy. Has his sunglasses on.
Do you think it's funny? Because...
And then I walk out and...
If you think it's funny, then you... That was 7 months ago. Maybe you need longer without a bedroom. What did you get for Christmas?
I had an amazing Christmas. I'm sitting on one of my Christmas presents. Well, I'm kind of in a room. This whole room was like a Christmas present.
There's other questionable things that Ruby Frank has done. She basically displayed her children's punishments online. There was also one instance where she literally went to her child's school and protested basically against her child being in some kind of flash mob because they were going to be dancing to apple-bottom jeans. And not even any of the lyrics, from what I can best tell about that particular situation that she was crying about, saying that the school was trying to like ruin her children or something. Like, it's apple-bottom jeans, and they were just doing like the like the one that's used in the cricket commercials. The version of it, like, that's just like apple-bottom jeans, boots with the fur. It was like in a mashup of music. It was one specific section, and Ruby got upset about that. Well, after these videos started to kind of die down, Miss Ruby Frank decided to join this woman whose name is Jody Hildebrandt from Hildebrandt, and they formed something called Connections, where they decided to use their stellar parenting skills to teach other parents how to be like them and to start living in truth and stop living in distortion. I still don't understand what the fuck either of them are talking about. And I have watched countless videos about this. And where they were spewing anti-LGBTQ, kind of racist things on there. Just not good people. Ruby Frank and Jody are not good people. Very, very questionable parenting tactics, if you want to call them that, to say the very least. It's more like this word. It's more like that, if you ask me, especially when we talk about what has happened recently with Ruby. So we started to notice that she was deleting an awful lot of things. She even deleted the 8 Passengers channel, which we thought I thought personally, as well as most of the internet, that just maybe she wanted to delete the channel 8 Passengers because she wasn't using it anymore. Okay. I can see that. Wasn't using the channel anymore, and people were just getting lots of evidence of her issues online. And we thought that was that. But she recently was arrested. And we're going to talk about that and bring up this article that I found that goes a little bit more into detail. First off, let me say that Rolling Stone has way too many pop-up ads. This is really getting ridiculous. Come on, Rolling Stone. Stop with the pop-up ads. Stop it. I already have an ad blocker on. Anyway, if another one doesn't pop up, I'm going to a different article, but for now, this one is on Rolling Stone. Ruby Frank, infamous YouTube mommy vlogger, arrested for aggravated child abuse. Frankie and her business partner were arrested on Wednesday after a child bound in duct tape allegedly crawled out of a window and asked neighbors for help. This is the second time that I'm reading about that specific part, and it's still. Why were these kids wrapped in duct tape? Why is Jody also being arrested? Why were these kids bound in duct tape and having to crawl out of a window? Let's read on. Mommy blogger and family influencer Ruby Frank has been arrested for aggravated child abuse after a child was reportedly found by neighbors wounded, emaciated, and asking for help, according to a police report obtained by Page 6. According to the report, Frankie and her business partner, Jody Hildebrandt, were both arrested on Wednesday after the child allegedly escaped from a window in Hildebrandt's home in Ivins, Utah, where they then asked for help from a neighbor. Page 6 reports that the child was found asking neighbors at nearby homes for food and water, a basic necessity. This makes the video about Ruby withholding her kid from having lunch or bringing her child lunch to school because the child decided to not pack her own lunch. This just makes that specific video so much darker. Like, if she, like, I knew she was willing to tell her kid that the kid wasn't gonna eat. Like, it's your fault you didn't pack a lunch. You're gonna skip a meal. But that, to the point a child is emaciated and asking for help. Oh, she got me fucked up. I knew this woman was a piece of shit, but whoo, I want to, ooh, this woman just pisses me off. Anyway. But People called the police after seeing remnants of duct tape on the child's hands and ankles. Take that in. Arrest documents obtained by Page 6 also state that when police arrived, the child appeared to be emaciated and malnourished with open wounds. Wounds? Duct tape? Emaciated? Really makes you wonder about what they were probably doing with those kids, to the fact that they needed duct tape, were withholding these children food, and there was open wounds. What the fuck? Arrest documents obtained that the child appeared... Okay. The condition of the juvenile was so severe that they were seen by Clara Ivins EMS and was transported to a local area hospital. It is currently unclear if the child was one of Frankie's 6 children, who she heavily featured on her YouTube channel over the years. Frankie is best known for her highly controversial YouTube channel, 8 Passengers, where she documented her strict parenting techniques for disciplining her 6 children. Like withholding lunch, removing bedroom doors, threatening to throw away toys and clothes with sentimental value as punishments. The channel, which was removed by YouTube earlier this year due to unknown circumstances, had over 2.3 million followers. While it was live, commenters regularly accused her of harming her children. NBC News reports that in 2020, viewers called CPS after Frankie posted an 8 Passengers video in which her 15-year-old son claimed that he had slept on a beanbag for 7 months. At the time, Frankie defended the statement, saying it was her son's choice, and has been constant in defending her parenting style. While police were examining the home, authorities reportedly found another emaciated child who was also taken to the hospital. 4 other minors were also taken into custody. The arrest report for Frankie and Hildebrandt said that Frankie was filming YouTube videos in the home days earlier and had knowledge of abuse, malnourishment, and neglect. According to Page 6, Frankie and Hildebrandt are being held under suspicion of 2 counts of aggravated child abuse. Rolling Stone was not able to reach Frankie or Hildebrandt for comment. This woman is evil. This woman was absolutely evil. Is absolutely evil. And I heard they're being held without bail. I don't know how true that is, and people are saying that, like, maybe Kevin is somehow involved, the ex-husband, because Frankie or Ruby and Kevin got divorced, and that was a couple years ago, I think, at this point. So there's been rumors that he's also been taken in, but I seen a post from one of the family members was being reposted on Twitter, and the family member, which is one of Ruby's own sisters that is supporting this arrest of both of them, she only mentioned the 2. So Kevin wasn't mentioned, so we don't actually know what's going on with Kevin in this current moment in time. Take all of that with a grain of salt. I'm going to take the family's word over anyone else's, so do with that what you will, okay? So yeah, Ruby Frank is an evil piece of shit, and I'm glad she got arrested, along with Jody. I'm glad they're both arrested, and I really hope that the family, whoever in the family is willing to take care of these kids, because take it from someone who was a foster kid and was held in custody by CPS and went through the CPS system for multiple years. Wasn't fun, Chief. Wasn't fun. It was actually hell. Wasn't great. Not at all. I really hope that these kids are able to go to loving family members, because the alternative is not fun. It's not. Lots of trauma. CPTSD. So I really hope those kids get put with some good family members. I really hope so, because yeah. So glad Ruby's in prison, or is going to be in prison. I really, really hope so. So that's what I got for you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I want to celebrate that she's arrested. I want to celebrate that she's arrested. But I also want to fucking cry. Thank God she's arrested. That's what I got for you guys. I love you all so much. And I'll see you next time. Bye.